Ladies and gentlemen, we've got an intellectual powerhouse here with us today. But before I introduce him, let me talk about what's been happening. We are on day 2 at the EU-Zambia Business Forum, and it's been a conference over 2 days, and we're on the last day of the actual conference discussions. And I'm sitting here with Professor Imasiku Nyambe. Professor Nyambe, welcome to the Financial Insight Show.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful to be here.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself. You are a professor at the University of Zambia to do with integrated water resources. That's your specialist field. So if you can just expand a little bit on that.
Okay, yes, I'm a professor at the University of Zambia. In 2008, we started the Integrated Water Resource Management Center, the unit within what I would say geological department, but serving at least 7 schools in the University of Zambia as an integrated water resource, because we're bringing in other schools so that we look at this area. By training, of course, I'm a geologist. This is why geology department is there. My master's was in hydrogeology. My PhD was in sedimentology. But over the years, of course, I'm currently the Oliver Tambo Chair in the Water Conservation, which is supported by the National Research Foundation of South Africa. Also, the Vice President of the Zambia Academy of Sciences, and I'm also the Technical Committee member into the EV Battery Council of Zambia. This is, of course, hosted by the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry. So roughly, that's what I do. And of course, I'm the coordinator for that center, the IWRM Center.
Well, thank you very much. And have you had an official role for this conference? Have you had appearance on panels and so on?
Unfortunately not. I've not been have an official role on the panels. But because I've done a number of works with the European Union, currently we have a project called our Gemira project, looking at the critical raw materials. And we are the only university, geology department, IWN Center, who are involved in that, but we have 19 partners from the EU. And those people are the ones that wanted me to be part of this, because I was invited, and the coordinator for that is actually all university in Finland. So the invitation came through me from that to the Finnish embassy, where I come. And of course, I've done also a lot of work on the environment, impacts of environment, of mining on the copper belt. And I worked with the Czech Republic Geological Survey, and the Czech also wanted me to be here. So those are the people who I would say invited me to be in the EU Zambia
business
copper. What do you call it? Copper.
It's actually the EU Zambia Business Forum. So the copper is it's the theme: growing the copper industry in Zambia through green value chains.
Yes,
indeed.
So that's how I found myself here. Even though I do a lot of those conferences or seminars under this Ministry of Commerce on the technical critical minerals, but of course I never got an invitation to attend here.
So obviously we come into the last day. There's been a lot of talk about technology, high-end technology, ESG, obviously standing for environmental, social and governance issues around the green value chain for copper mining. Do you have any takeaways around these discussions that have been going on?
We started a long time talking about the EV battery and the strategy. The government of Zambia is moving to have 300 3 million tons for copper.
Per annum, yes.
Per annum, and that brings in a lot of work for exploration geology, which of course the president also mentioned. And me as a geologist, that is actually touching. It's touching in my heart.
You feel passionately about it. Yes.
We need to actually activate this because I would like to mention here that in 2004, 2005, I was also part of a team that was looking for how we can add value addition in our industry in Zambia through the triangle of hope, which the late President Mwanawasa was moving. And so when I came to the technical to be a technical committee member in the EV battery, I felt it's like reviving what we had started with late President Mwanawasa at that time.
Do you feel positively about the future of mining in Zambia?
In fact, let me just emphasize to you, I've written a paper where I'm calling it mining of the future. Okay, here we are looking at mines of the future in Zambia, and therefore I've started leading a process through academics to see how we can have a cadre of young people, professionals, those at the university at masters and PhD, to spearhead how we can have more reserves of these metals that are going to form the EV battery.
Absolutely.
Copper, cobalt, nickel, manganese, rare earth metals, lithium, and of course there are so many that we need, because the new mining of the future requires more of these metals if we are going to prevent our planet to be on fire. Global warming comes through this climate change, which I always emphasize. And that climate change is talking to all of you Zambians who are Christians. If you read your Bible, God said, I'm no longer going to end the earth this time by water, but by fire. What did he mean? He did not mean the fire where you cook your shima. He meant the heat, the temperature. This is the rising. And if you want to reverse that, or to prevent that, to minimize that, then we have to go to these critical raw materials and use, for example, when we come to cars, not using conventional petrol, but using the batteries in that car. And by doing that, we will keep the earth cooler or at the same level. That's number one. On the other hand, for us as a country, we create more jobs because we have to mine these metals, a lot of them, to keep this going.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the future requires us to transition away from all these carbon-based energy sources, and the future is green. Well, Professor, thank you very much for being here with us on the Financial Insight Show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
My name is Clarence Chongo, representing Financial Insight. Get to know.